need your thoughts.
Then but me to get party and me to work with Aki. You remember? I didn't remember me to do like the make the door and then put the Aki in between. Remember that one? I would just want to put in a air can be clean. Pea soup mixed with beef and chicken. And some pea soup I got drink now. I put a pork belly put in the and chicken. I got drink no.
Make
You can't go on them say any life. Take them. Look, I didn't take too early to dance. Look, I can smell, I can dance a minute now. You know that fun. Yes, yes, go belly. Look at this thing. Look, piece of what this one, but in the deep freeze, where you cook.
trust in Jesus. We are, I don't understand what's going on. We are the people. A Friday morning, it's Friday. Where everybody there. Oh, one person.
Being recorded.
Yes, everybody there.
And I noticed that some people were late today. I think there is one person who's not there. Oh, two. Yes. Oh, before Mrs. Lauder starts with the review of what happened, we want to welcome Dr. Betsy Alita, who has joined us just to listen in and participate with us this morning. So welcome, Dr. Alita. I am sure you know her. Thank you, Doc. If you don't know her as yet, you will know her soon. Very sweet lady, and she will help you. All right? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That is much. All right. Okay, so please go ahead. Yes. So welcome back, everyone. I know you had a ball of a time in your groups discussing your ranking, and we're excited to hear your rankings. So we're going to be doing a round robin. I will begin with group 11. Good morning, everybody. So we did not agree on everything. So three of us said the Bible. By the way, so you're the reporter, right? The reporter from Book 11. So we were following the responsibilities from yesterday. That's what we were asking. Do we keep the same responsibilities as yesterday, or is it changed for today? We were wondering in our groups. Same responsibility. Like, okay, all right. So I am going ahead then. Okay. So three of us decided that exploring how the Bible defines and presents faith, that was number one. Then for number two, putting ourselves in Jesus' hand in a risky situation, that was two. Listening to the experience of others, that was three. And finally, listening to the theology or the pastor talk, talk about faith. Two other persons had it a little different. One of them spoke about first putting themselves in Jesus' hand, experiencing the faith of others and the Bible definition, and then finally listening to the pastor. And one other person said, of course, read his situation first, Bible, pastors, and then listen to the experience of others. So it's a little bit of a mixed match. All right. Thank you, Gracian. Group 10. Reporter Group 10.
Mr. Miles, the reporter should be reporting.
Yes, sir. Yes. If we say group, it is a reporter.
The Bible is the word of the Lord and stands first in our ranking. Then we will put ourselves in Jesus' hand. We pray through faith. The words of the pastor is important as he deliberates his experiences of faith and share with us. And before, we were very wary of listening to the experience of others, because when we listen, we need to know that we were depending on the Bible and Jesus is first. So we put that ranking at number 4.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Miles.
Alright, good morning. Alright, so for us, I think, well, most of us, we place past the last. Now, some persons, I think, one person, I should say, has the Bible first, and then the rest of us, we said, putting ourselves in Jesus' hands. And I was sharing a recent experience where I was going through something like a physical, actual situation that was dangerous, and I couldn't put any scripture at the time. All I had to do was I just prayed and I just, asked God that, and it did work out. So again, in ranking, most of us put pastor last. And then we had a mixed match with Bible, and then putting ourselves in Jesus' hands, and then listening to others came in third for us.
Okay, thank you very much, John. Group 8. Good morning, everyone. Well, in our group, we had a mixture of answers as well. One person said that they would put Jesus, well, two persons said that they're going to put themselves in Jesus' hands first. Then the Bible would come next for them, and experiences of others, followed by the pastor or the theologian. Another person mentioned that she would listen to the experience of others, then she would explore how the Bible defines faith, then listen to the theologian talk, and then putting herself in Jesus' hand. For my ranking, I said that I would be exploring how the Bible defines faith, then I would listen to the theologian or pastor, then I would listen to the experiences of others, and then putting myself in Jesus' hand, because at the end of it, that would give me all that I would need in order to put myself in Jesus' hand. I would know enough about faith and would not necessarily have any issue in putting myself in Jesus' hand. Very interesting. Thank you. Group 7.
Good morning, everyone. In group 7, most of us agreed that we would rank us first in Jesus' hand. There was one person who cited listening to the experience of others, but then we had a general discussion and we came up with our final list that ranking, putting ourselves in Jesus' hands is first, listening to the experience of others is number 2, and 3, exploring the Bible, and then 4th is listening to the theologian on faith.
Thank you, Group 7. Very good. Group 6.
Yes, good morning. In group 6, 3 out of the 4 of us agreed that Bible, followed by pastor's talk and faith, and then the experience of others. Um, One person ranked it as putting the experience of others as number 3, and then pastor's talk on faith as number 4. Yes.
Right, thank you so much. Group 5.
Good morning. So our group had a very gentle but robust conversation about the ranking. We differed on several of them. However, after a little background and forthing, we all decided that Jesus is number 1, the Bible is 2, experiences of others 3, and the pastor's talk on faith 4.
All right, thank you so much. Group 4.
Good morning.
So, two persons decided that they would have put the Bible first. So their
Good
ranking was
morning.
1, 4, 2, and 3. One person that they would go with the experiences first. That's 2, 1, and 3. Another person that they would take the Bible again, but for the putting themselves in Jesus' hand. So they had 1, 4, 2, 3. And the final person chose the Bible first, but he said that the experiences and the risk putting himself in Jesus' hand and the past would come last. So that was my choice. So only 2 persons agreed on the situation.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Group 4. Group 3. For Group 3, our rankings varied slightly. However, most of us had 2 rankings in common, and that is for number 1, where we said that exploring how the Bible defines and presents faith, we would rank that as number 1. And for number 4, listening to a theologian or pastor talk on faith, that would be our number 4. With the variation came in with numbers 2 and 3, where some persons thought that putting yourself in Jesus' hand in a risky situation, they place that at number 2, and then listening to the experiences of others who have lived by faith, they would rank that at number 3.
All right, thank you so much. Group 2.
Thank you, morning again. Alright, so primarily it's the first time that our group would have had such major disagreements concerning just the ranking or just agreeing overall. Primarily, 4 of the members agreed that the Bible would be number 1. That we had variations, I think, for all the others. So one person thought risky situation. 2 persons thought risky situations would have been the number 2. Then I think for 2 of the other persons thought pastor and theologian talk on faith would be number 2. The other person didn't really take a vote or say anything on this. And then for number 2, one person thought the pastor would be number 2. 2 persons thought the experiences of others. I think 2 persons thought the pastor, 2 persons thought experiences of others. And for number 4, 1 thought the experience of others, 2 thought risky situation, and 1 thought, that's it, 2 and 2. 2 risky, 2 experience of others, and 1 person would be neutral.
Thank you. All right, thank you, Nicolette. Group 1.
Thank you so much. 4 of 5 agreed that exploring how the Bible defines and presents faith is most important, which is number 1. Number 4 would have been listening to theologians, pastor talk on faith. We ran
consistently, as Mrs. Lauder told you just a while ago, when we were face to face, we would ask the students, we would put the options there, and we would ask the students to line up according to their most to least. And consistently over the years, we have noticed that the pastor is always the least. And this is a question that listening to the pastor, that is. And this is a question that
I'm doing well today.
what did I use Pastor Henry, you were saying something?
I just noticed that too.
Oh, okay, you noticed that too. And while I was listening, I was making some little marks and I noticed that it is actually the same in this class. So it's very exciting for students to do this, and it is called a human paragraph because they have a clear idea of what's going on in this type of poll. And once they are together on their specific lines, you can do all kinds of things with that. You can ask them to turn to each other on the line, on their own line, and talk about the reason why they have chosen that particular thing. And you can ask them to regroup from their least to their most, or from their most, their least, or whatever. You can do all kinds of configurations with this. However, remember that this causes people to make generalizations, and generalizations are not necessarily the truth about everyone. Okay? So we have to be very careful while we are conducting this exercise. Like here, we are careful to ensure that you understand that the fact that people have ranked these things that way doesn't mean that this is true for everyone. All right. So to put the pastors at ease, there are quite a number of persons who still like to hear the pastor talk about faith and so on and so forth. But this type of exercise causes people to make generalizations. So based on this class, generally people think that listening to the pastor would be least. Okay? So I see some hands. Simone? I see Simone's hand. Yes.
Yes, miss. So I was actually suggesting if for the online option, maybe we could have insert the polling at some point.
Okay, so can you do it? Let's do it. Let's see how it's done. I haven't done it before, so I don't want to try and waste your time. If anybody can do it, let's do it. Anybody? Simone, you know how to do it? I have not tried.
No, miss. I know that it can be done, but I've never done that actually.
Okay, anybody on the line has done it before? But if not, we will just...
No, but it has to be done. Yes, Doc, I can do it. The poll.
Stephanie? Okay, Stephanie, go ahead and do that for us. In the meantime...
Alright, let's realize you know.
Alright,
So that's how they explain it. They have to do it online on Zoom. They have to log in online and create the poll from there.
also, if I give you privileges, you can do it for us?
Miss, you're supposed to do it before you start the meeting.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you don't have to, miss. You don't have to do that. Sorry, Doc.
Natalie, you can do it for us?
Yes, I can do the poll for you. So
Okay, good.
just give me,
Privileges.
yeah, and I'll do it right.
No problem.
Alright,
Alright,
so
so
in
in
the
the
meantime,
meantime,
let me go back to the screen so she can see exactly.
she knows because she worked with them.
Oh, yes.
Alright, so John, please go ahead.
Yes, so
You have a question? Comment?
Yes, you sort of spoke on the comment that I had in terms of generalization.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking at these children on the street, right? And let's say one selected place for what we were doing. So let's say we said pastor last, right? Persons might look at you or look at that and say, okay, but is it that you don't listen to your pastor? Is it that you don't believe what the pastor is saying? I'm just making a broad statement now. So I am saying, is there anything we can do to let the students understand that your choice will not be used to generalize or, in other words, judge you then for the decision?
Comes out of this
We're
ranking.
back on the line.
Yes, Andrew?
In our COVID, somebody.
There's another class that we can get out of this at the grade 6 level, grade 5, and that is statistics and the paragraph. We put out 3-4 columns at the bottom, the same thing that what Natalie is doing. And we would take the pools, it's 55 of us, we would make the bars up into 10, and we will find out the ranking of each in paragraphs, and we could get a beautiful graph out of this. It can be integrated with religious education as well, coming from the paragraph, and we could place the biblical
I mean, I say unless you go buried. And you must say, but I'm more than
literature in that class integrated with maths and literature. And language arts as well can come out. It's a beautiful activity, and it can be done by pool with the phone. I could do it if I have all the data, but all the data, but Natalie supposed can get all the data real quick and put that in. That's my comment in addition to this. And lastly, you see, from this poll, and we're not generalizing now, persons like to, where the passes are at last. I realize that. But I think that we should remember now that there's a mediator between their experiences, what is true, what is what. I don't know if this person don't confident the pastor or Jamaican language, but we have to be careful on how we share with others because they will lead us down the right path.
But that's how I big last thing, you know.
From this,
After you hear so much already.
Okay, they may lead us. That is a main situation. Then not everybody will lead you in the wrong path, but people may lead you in the wrong path. Alright, thank you so much, Andrew, for this comment.
Me no know, me text you. Try it. The phone may be like fun.
Yeah, I sent you a private message, but I guess you didn't see it.
No, I did not see it, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, what's her name again? Natalie, what's her name? Natalie. Okay. Well, Doc is checking for the message. Latoya?
Space. What I would like to say,
Hello,
based on what
everybody.
Andrew just said, there's a scripture, Matthew 24. Christ and shall deceive many. And I think some persons would have chose number 4 for that,
Some colors?
based on that scripture.
You see some?
Am I being heard?
I'm sorry. I was distracted. I heard what you said though. I'm hearing you. So, yes, thank you so much for that comment. That's very important to remember that we are to be very careful with this method and lead the students right
Yeah.
with our conclusions, the conclusions that we
But
make
are you there, Carl?
about this. Thank you. Do we have
Yeah.
this poll ready? Or this whatever? Yeah. So somebody is working. Okay, can you put the slide on generalization back? Yes, so that we can the students can have an idea. And if you look at the examples of generalizations at the end of this slide here, you can
Can
see
you looking
that a
for
lot of
something?
this
What can we do tomorrow? Today feel like
these
something?
are, well, one of it is a general statement really, the one in the middle, and then the top and the last are very strong statements. Every kid is potty trained before he or she is 3 years old. These are the truth for every person. You can see that
why I'm not seeing the comments on here.
We are not talking. Yes,
It's
Natalie.
not coming up. It's have to be. I'm
Yes,
not Kenyan,
Doc,
I'm
it's
Jamaican.
still not
darling.
giving me the poll. I figured that because you have logged in from your account and Zoom, it's not going to allow me to break the poll, even though you have given me host privilege. So I
I'm so sorry about that. I'm sorry about that, people, but we have to move
It
on.
would have
Must be
been
good
good.
at you.
It would have been so nice to see, but yeah, next time. I promise to learn between now and next July.
Doc, I can call you one day and just tell you how you can do it.
Okay, so that's nice because really I don't have time to go study it now. Thank you so much. But I hope if you have gotten an idea as to how to use this, how effective this method, because that's really our point here. This method would be in your class. Put up your hands, do something so that we know that you have gotten the gist of what we are doing here. What we're doing here has content because it has to have content, but the process is the
I'm
most important thing for us.
Jamaican,
That you're
darling.
getting the process, understanding the
Fresh from
process.
graduation
That is
last
the most
year.
important thing. So
Last year didn't
ranking
time
is
yet.
a process that you can use in
Oh my god, in
class.
July, mommy.
Alright. Yes, Mrs. Lord.
Yes, so 1 year since graduation.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Doc. Alright, so I hope we're all clear as it relates to the ranking and generalization. It's now time for a break. So, how many minutes, Doc? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? 10 minutes, 10 minutes.
10 minutes break.
at this time. 10 minutes break at this time. Remember today
Like
is
a
a
season
short
of the
day,
hash
so
brown.
10 minutes break and we will reach her. Alright.
10 minutes break. I'm fully Jamaican, but a lot of people think me have little American in me. I guess because of my, I don't know. I guess persons think that people in the Caribbean can't talk properly. But yeah, English is our first language, honey. So we can. Alright. Yes, seasoning hash brown on my friends. Yeah. You know what? Yes. Huh? Sorry. Hash brown. Fries and you know. I put them in a liquid. If you look at the bottle, you don't put the bottle in. Yeah, the two hash brown. Faremo da bottle. Faremo da bottle, you think that's it. This is very making it coming as a beautiful one. Hey, this is water from water for me. I feel like a bunny. Look at bunny. Maybe. Yes, with this which one water problem. In Jesus' name, may the none of that. You say, may the none that in Jesus. Oh God, girl, we can't go to July, August. Oh God, man. But because of it, upon TV, come. Music on something. And Instagram news. And then it's fries. So that's an actually make a tour back in the community, you know. What's that I back in the door? Yeah, God will it's about hot and trouble. Yeah. You're doing it. Have fun. We get a 10-minute break. The biscuit do 1, 2, 3, 4. Smell nice. And then accompanied by
Thank God. You're going to see. Come fai di monino? Adesso voglio mettere però con te che non vai via.
yeah, no gonna let me.
But say, why that lipo? Asa na bali ko na ano na lizard. Ang box na mo ko box ya. Hindi box ito box. Siba ka. Asoma din. Girl. Asoma din. That's for the man.
Pumpkin carrot black pepper on here, come here. Maybe I'm an emergency.
I mean, think that in the compound, make my car, yeah. What the temperature? This is more.
Right, so that's so we have nuggets, hash brown and fries. This is me and mommy's lunch for today. So yeah, we're gonna eat some red pea soup right now.
Andrew, this is the right piece soup with a nice lid. You say you can, I forgot what you write, no. You put something, you want to put something, you mean, the same day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good girl. Mommy, Krishna, dear, say hello. Hello. Good morning. I'm doing okay. Lead. Okay, no problem. Oh. Okay, no problem. Alright. Take care. What's your name again? Hi Jamaica. Then they say hello Jamaica. Hello Ryan. breakfast actually. But like me have to season up the fries and something put it down there for 2 hours. And then I'm going to look after it soon. Yeah, Kira, Sunanda Kira. Yeah, I go butcher your name because I don't know to say it properly.
This meeting is being recorded.
Welcome back, everyone.
And we're back in class.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back.
Thank you, coffee.
All right. I hope you're all hearing me clearly.
Yes,
I hope you're all at your device, right? Very good. All right. So we will be doing a review at this time, and we'll be using what is called a
I'm
role
doing well,
reporter. A
Constant.
roving reporter.
I'm doing well.
So
How are you
each team
doing?
list 4 questions that they need answered from the content presented by class. So each team a list of 4 questions that they need answered, that they need presented so class. Each team selects a roving reporter. So this person will go around to the once a time visits other teams and get answers to the questions that they have. When time is up, the roving reporters return to report their findings. Now each team will share with the class using a round robin. If this instruction is clear, raise your hand.
No dating is allowed here. Hello, Andrew Senior. It's been a while. Welcome back.
Okay. Many hands are still lower. Those who have raised their hands, keep them up. Alright, so I'm assuming that 2, 4, 6 is clear for only about 10 individuals. Alright, okay. Alright, lower your hands. Those who have raised their hands, lower your hands. If it's not clear, I need you to show a thumbs down. If it's not clear, show a thumbs down. Alright, so say this now. Alright, okay. Alright, so it's not clear for several persons. Okay.
Alright, so let me go again.
Alright.
So within your groups, listen
Yeah.
carefully. Simone, yes, Simone? Is it about the roving reporter?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. So I wanted to know if we will be given time separate from asking listening the four questions. Will we be given time and extra time to choose a roving reporter, or will that be included in the 5 minutes?
Alright, so when I open the rules, you will be given 10 minutes in your groups to choose your roving reporter and then to put the questions together.
Okay,
Alright?
so total 10 minutes to do everything.
Right. So the roving reporter that will be chosen will have 5 minutes to visit the other
Hello,
groups to
Jose.
give answers to the questions that you would have written within your groups. And then the roving reporter will return to the groups to report the findings. And then the rooms will be closed altogether. And when you return to the main room, I will use a round robin to take your responses. So is that clear now, everyone? If it's not clear, give me a thumbs down. Alright? So it's Juliana?
Yes, just a question. Alright, so each reporter has 5 minutes to visit other teams. Is there I'm just looking at 5 minutes and how many teams they can visit and get answers in 5 minutes.
We will play with the time, don't worry, we'll play with the time, Elizabeth.
Oh,
Alright? So I'm now going to open the rooms and I'm going to ask you to join with me. And you select your roving reporter quickly.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. The rooms are now.
Come in.
I sent the instructions and also only 4 questions that I have to get out of the templates. Anybody have any questions?
I'm thinking.
What's that, Abby?
No, I was saying I'm trying to formulate a solid question. So give me a second. I don't know if anybody else has any. Who would be the roving reporter for our
we should decide who wants to do it.
Yeah, who wants the beat?
Was it each who's answer all four questions or each who's answer one question?
Hmm? Yeah.
That never specify. I guess it's up to us. I don't know.
One question that I would have is what do you think is the most important part of the non-stop summer?
Mm. Alright, so my question would be would these like processes that we're learning, would it be applicable in daily or like weekly lessons, especially seeing that we have so much content to cover in such a little time, and these activities can be a little bit time consuming. You get an hour with a class and trying to maximize the content covered during that time. So like what would I guess we would have to like assess and analyze the classes that we have to see how we could incorporate these techniques and these activities in a day-to-day class. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying.
I'm not sure what question.
Peter? Robin?
I understand the question. You're just saying if the processes or the methods that we've been learning, if they'll be efficient for the class given the time that we usually cover.
Yes, and the content that we have to prioritize covering for the session.
Alright, that's my question. To answer. Anybody have any other question?
I'm typing mine in the chat.
Alright, people.
one of my questions from my group. First question that we had is how was cooperative learning developed? What's the history behind that? You guys hearing me?
Yeah, we hear you. Yes, we shall. No matter if you are technical.
Right.
Might have to give us a
Could you
second.
repeat your question? Thank you.
Yeah, sure. It's how was cooperative learning developed? What's the history?
One second, Kevisha. In the meantime, we'll figure out that answer. Anybody wants to be the roving reporter for our group?
And while they discuss that, I'm going to jump into another group and ask another
Yes,
question
ma'am.
from
This is
someone.
fine. Yeah, man.
Oh, I was going to give you the answer too.
Okay, I'm ready.
Because it was a question that answered for the word process. So, cognitive learning developed from the understanding that human beings are social and that learning is socially constructed.
So it's developed from human beings. Sorry, I'm just making notes.
So, it's developed from the understanding that human beings are social and that learning is socially constructed.
Learning is social. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Bye, guys.
As the question I'm supposed to be?
No, no.
I think I misunderstood. I thought you were going back to the main room and then the stats.
No, I think we just jump. Well, I don't know. The reporter is supposed to go in other group and get the answer for the question that would have typed in the WhatsApp group. So who wants to be the reporter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would have been the reporter, but my internet is unstable. I know it's gonna kick me out soon.
And so which question are going to work with you, Mario? I guess they're just using one.
Is it one question per group or just one question?
It looks like just one question.
Oh, sorry, it seems one question per.
Yeah, work with one question.
Mm-hmm. Hang on.
Morning. This is group 6, right? So I am Robin Reporter from group 5. I am here to question you today. Okay, can go ahead with the question. My members are willing to listen and answer. Alright. So, which strategy is one of the best investigated innovations of the 20th century?
It's one of the most popular, the most researched ones.
Cooperative learning.
Yes.
Definitely. Oh, I'll be answer. Okay.
I'll just type it down and then make my way out.
Alright, no problem. Take your time.
Learn how to trade 100% free this weekend up to
Morning, everybody. This is Kanisha Ryan from Group 2. This is Group 10?
Sorry, this is group 6.
Oh, Group 6. I hold on Group 6. I'm from Group 9. I have one question for you this morning. Why is it important to establish routines in the classroom? Why is it important to establish routines in the classroom?
McGonagall's organization and already have the students having a
Hold
know.
on, I'm not hearing you.
I'm saying that it establishes organization in the classroom and allows the students to have a know of what is going to happen so that the class flows smoothly. That's my. I don't know if anybody else wants to pitch you.
Hold on, me not get it. Me not get it slow. Hold on. Put it up. Me not hear it good out again. Go again.
All right, you hear
Sorry
me
about
now?
that.
You hear me now?
Yes, low that now. Very good.
All right. So I'm saying routine establishes organization and a sense of structure in the classroom.
And a sense
Of structure in the classroom.
in the classroom.
So students would already have a know of the flow of the lesson.
As a student would
Already have a know or a foresight of how the lesson or the class schedule would flow.
of how the lesson as classroom will flow. Alrighty, thank you, Miss Abigail and Group 6. Thank you.
Yes, have a good day.
Um, all the answers that I got are through the WhatsApp chat. If they haven't seen one, speak to chat.
Amari, could you repeat what you just said? I heard something about all the answers, but you were going in and out after that.
The questions that we answered, the answers are in the chat. The ones
Oh,
we got from the group, you just drop them in the chat. Thank you.
Oh.
Okay, thank you.
So today, I'd like to ask if there's anyone amongst us who might be harboring a desire for a homosexual experience, or anyone possibly who may harbor a homosexual identity. I know you're out there. I've seen bleeding. I know you're afraid to show your face. Don't be. You don't have to hide. No more hiding and messy faces. Yeah, right. No, we got to be serious. He's right. Baby, Charles. Oh, the real OG man right there. All right. That's right. Stand up and be your man. Island. Bouncing out the see people for who they truly are. Liberate. And we must learn to accept that these amongst us are people too. Then we can tell them to get the fuck out. That's right. When you talking to demons, you got to use that language. Get the fuck out. That's
Oh, can I finish eat?
Anything between 7 seconds of value. Ready? 7, 6, 5.
Group 6. Hello.
Morning.
Good morning. I'm Elaine. I'm your roving reporter from Group 8.
What's your question?
Pardon?
What's your question?
Why are non-linguistic representation more effective than using words alone in helping students learn and remember concepts? So why are non-linguistic representation more effective than using words alone in helping students learn and remember concepts?
Anybody wants to answer that? I might have to give us some minutes to be.
Pardon?
You might have to give us some minutes to that question.
Alright, you want to move on to another one in the meantime?
I said non-linguistics is not the one that they use like pictures, role playing, etc. Because they have different, this is my explanation, you have different types of learners. So with different types of learners, you have to, as a teacher, assess your student to find out what works best to find out if they're understanding. So you can mix it up by using non-linguistic representation like charts or graphs, pictures, role play, I don't know, video, for them to get the concept.
Also, Elaine, it's the fact that students are more able to process faster using, as Nicole said, the pictures more than the word, and bypassing language barrier and capture their feelings more directly.
That's about the quite necessary, a good sign. Something is a woman to see from me use
Jamaica.
phone. See from laptop. Just for the laptop problem.
What is cooperative learning to you? And what are some practical ways to incorporate it in a language class?
What do I again? At what field already? We do it in about, not today.
Yeah.
We're going to do 2 more Jamaica speaks like, I mean, they don't do another one.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Oh, repeat the question one more time.
What is cooperative learning to you? And what are some practical ways to incorporate it in a language class?
That's a fun. Me, cooperative learning is allowing students to interact with each other and discover new ways to apply the knowledge that we've learned, or discover new ways to so it's applying the knowledge that they've learned with their peers, or allowing their peers to explain some concept or some information to them as well.
Can I chime in as well, Romario? Just to give an example, you had said a language class. I remember my son doing this. So what his teacher did was pair them up together for a Spanish class, and they would have common phrases that the teacher would have discussed in the class, and then pair them together and say, "Como te llamas?" Me llamo whatever, and they would have the English and the Spanish, and they both would be practicing with each other. And they would move on, just like how we're doing the roving reporter, they would move on to another person in their class, and it would be the same thing for it to stick.
Elaine? Give me a minute.
Sure.
Okay, the last question. What changes in students' interaction, engagement, and learning would you expect to see after using mnemonic?
I got something for you.
Was slower for me?
Yeah, you mind taking your hat off?
Could you repeat what was in store? What changes?
What changes in students' interaction, engagement, and learning would you expect to see after using mnemonics?
I'm gonna put you in the back seat. Is that cool?
spend like a half a year, I have
Anybody else wants to further question?
never fall behind again.
Alright, so one change is let me get two changes that they can expect is that they are able to recall word faster and it can stick to them, so they have a longer retention of those information. So it can either last for probably a week or to a month.
Yeah, so
So it lasts longer.
man, it don't even work to me. So like, I would be able to spend my free time on my child, my FaceTime.
So that's it, right? Recall words faster, better retention.
Basically, man, my mom can't just
Alright, thank you, group 6.
our child and say,
Thanks for having me. I'll take my leave.
All right, Lamando. Grab my hand. Okay, stay right there. When I count down from 3, I want you to take your blindfold off, okay? 3, 2, 1.
Hmm?
Is it for you?
Malcolm.
God, is this apartment?
question. Thank you.
Everybody's so quiet. What you doing? Processing?
We already went around for the other groups and got some answers.
Right. How many groups will you get?
4.
Okay, good. All right.
Mm-hmm.
See you in the main room.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Wait for. Oh. Sure.
Okay, welcome back, everyone.
This meeting is being recorded.
Welcome back. All right. So I'm going to use round robin. So you can share what you have discussed, what you have in your groups. So at this time, I'm going to begin with the group. Your hand is raised, Elaine. Yes. But I haven't gone back to my group to discuss it as yet.
So what happened all this time, Elaine? Is it Elaine? Yes.
Yes, I was going in the groups to ask the questions.
Okay. So you didn't get a chance to go back to
I
your
didn't
group?
get a chance to go back to my group, so we didn't discuss anything.
All right, we're going to give you 5 more minutes so you can get to your group, and you may not be able to discuss everything, but at least you will get the at least 1 or 2 questions answered. Okay?
Please use the time wisely. Please use the time wisely. 5 minutes.
Is it something that we need to do? Or is just extra time for who is not finished?
I guess we have to discuss our own questions.
Well, you're breaking up. Can you repeat that, please?
I guess we need to discuss our own questions. So the questions that we formulated, what's our take on them?
Oh.
All right, who's going to go first?
Alright, so I guess I'll start with my question. Do we think that, so we know the subjects that we teach personally, or even if we're not a teacher yet, what subject we'd like to teach, do we think that these methods can be carried out in like daily class activity given the content? Because we have a syllabus and an outline and unit plan that we're working with, and the content can be heavy a lot of times, and these activities can be a little bit time consuming. So how do we think we can incorporate these processes into our classroom?
The question, the answer that I got for that question, I agree, because what they said was it can be used moderately. They made note of some of the methods, like these things we share the jigsaw and so forth. So, yeah, they essentially said that it can be moderately used, which I agree with. there are some subjects I don't know for my subject like IT. Um, and then for some schools, or well, for some students, but there are some students who are easier to understand. So I think it depends. I think like you kind of have to gauge it, or I think I have to gauge it in a way where it's okay. I don't think this will work for this class. I don't think this will work for the amount of time that we have. Because a lot of the things that we do, they run near 1 hour, right? And I said, so, for like a subject like mine, where there's a lot of content, you may end up finding that, okay, yeah, we did this exercise and it was effective, but we still have so much content to cover, and, only so few beats left in our school check or a school game. In addition to that, that there's always disruptions and so forth when it comes to school. For those who are teachers now, they always have events or outside of someone else company will might cause a disruption. So I think it has to be used moderately. I don't think it's something that you can do everything, because I think I can genuinely think sometimes you kind of have to resort back to that kind of lecturing method where you just spitting out information, giving the students, and then later on I can say, okay, we're going to do this exercise just to kind of regurgitate or give them a bit of understanding of it.
Okay, gotcha. Anybody else?
And the explanation that you gave me just brought back to my memory with the 2 hurricanes that we got back to back. Many of the schools lost a lot of contact hours, so they were using a lot of things like more projects for the students to go behind the scene to help the content come across to the students.
Yes, I agree with the person that shared earlier. It is so true. In fact, especially one point that Romario mentioned is that we have a lot of events at school, and sometimes we don't have that time. But one thing I can say, I agree that it can be used moderately, especially for me who teach HFLE. Most time I use that think and share when I'm beginning a new topic. So yes, it can be used moderately.
What the next question about
My husband and his brothers are hosting a leave today and said
synthesis. I think I lost now before this was.
The synthesis is the one that there is multiple answers, but they're relating it more to their experience. Yes.
Some will argue might be beneficial.
Functioning ability said comprehension is one answer. Synthesis is more than one answer, but related more to themselves. Gotcha.
Do you think it's the most important part of those?
Yes, for me, because my type of learning is if I can relate it to something that I've done before, then it will stick. But if I'm just listening, it not will stick. So a lot of these activities that we're doing here, it don't stick for me. But once I start relating it to something, then it sticks.
Right. Thanks.
Being recorded.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back.
Excuse me.
So now this is the opportunity for you to get clarity on concepts that, well, you would have gotten the opportunity just now. So we will now take your responses using round robin. Group 1.
First, 1 second, please.
Yes,
Am I being heard? Okay. The first question is there a question that was not answered when persons came to your room?
Yes.
Yes, so just follow through the following slide. Yes. The next slide.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, in processing this activity, the question is there a question that was not answered? So if there was a question that was not answered, raise your hand.
Yeah, so it means all the questions were answered in all groups. That's nice.
Wonderful.
All right. But 1 second, Mrs. Lauder.
Yes,
If a question was not answered, however, the teacher will have to deal with that right now on her feet and decide what to do in order to get that question answered. So either the teacher will send the students to their textbook to find the answer to that question or do a little search somewhere to find the answer. But refrain from just giving students answers or do something so that there's a little effort put into getting the answer. All right, so this Sabrina? Okay, I thought Sabrina wanted to say something. All right, and then you can go on to the next.
Okay, thank you, girls. So, what kind of cognitive work were you engaged in while doing this review? What kind of cognitive work were you engaged in while doing this review? Talk about it, and then you raise your hand and take your responses.
We do a round robin.
Did I say it for you? I don't mind.
Okay, thank you. Alright, so group one. What kind of cognitive work were you engaged in while doing this review?
Good morning all.
Just a reporter from...
Yes, reporter from Group 1, Joylyn Allen. Okay, it was interactive, exciting, it was fun. You had to think on your feet, and it was engaging. Okay, but 1 second please. What kind of cognitive work? Remember Bloom's taxonomy?
Yes.
Could I assist from group 1?
Yes, sure.
Right, of course, there was recall, knowledge, there was also application, because we have to lessons on application of how the theories could be used or strategies could be used in a classroom setting, right? And I think a bit of synthesis as well, because we have to come up with activities and ideas.
Okay, wonderful, thank you.
I'm analyzing.
Alishka, you are in the same group?
Yes.
Analysis came as well. Can you say how? Which question caused you to analyze? You don't remember the question? There's a question. Based on research, 92% of classroom time is spent on 3 main activities. Identify these activities. So were they analyzed and saying maybe we need to change up the question a bit? Maybe this one is not really a question. Maybe it sounds like a test.
Yeah, so we were kind of using Bloom's taxonomy not just to evaluate the answers, but also the questions we're posing.
Yes.
I'm in charge at the same time.
Thank you so much. Group 2. What kind of cognitive work were you engaged in?
No, I say, but you, me did come off of this to answer again, call me, can't find the mute button again, so my first spend
Right, so we did analysis, recall, application.
I think it's more hard to
Sorry, three that I recall while being there.
Come on, girl. I can't be
Analysis,
I can't believe
application, and
Come on.
Okay.
Thank you, group 3.
Okay. We did recall and application.
Because it's not too more run out some black necessity and so so me not
Pause
spend
there.
more.
If not, move on because our
That no
time
make no
is going.
sense.
Next.
Me not change till about next 3-4 years
Recall,
still, but it can change the year after.
analyze. Six.
Average 6 we did analyze.
This will change because this one update and you see how the battery health are good on. Yeah, so if you change, but
We also did remember and
Okay. And what? Okay. Group 7. Group 7. Alright. 8. Recall and apply. Okay. Group 9.
Right, so definitely for us, recall, which we had to apply knowledge, some amount of comprehension and analysis as well, and application.
Alright. Group 10 is here.
Yes, group that is here. Didn't hear that call at all. Good morning again. We answered the questions at the literal level involving recall, knowledge, and then we move down to the application level. We have to interpret questions and find answers as we ask the different groups and move into the different groups and answer the questions at the critical level. And we have to be creative as well, as we have persons trying to find answers and persons posing questions in real life scenarios within the classroom. So we answered questions at the literal, interpretive, critical, and creative level, and we use the Bloom taxonomy from level 1 to level 6 in answering to our responses. We have to listen carefully, think about it, and then give a response.
Thank you. Alright, group 11.
Agree with Mr. Miles, but I'll expound. So at the remember level, as he said, we had to recall facts. For instance, the team had to retrieve information in order to prepare the 4 questions. At the understand level, where they have to explain ideas and concepts, the reporter themselves had to comprehend the answers enough to bring them back accurately. At the apply level, where you use information for the situation in this example, I think that they had to apply their understanding we had to apply our understanding by formulating questions that addressed any field gap that would have presented itself. At the analyze level, where you draw connections and you distinguish between parts, in the teams we had to examine the content to identify what we didn't understand in that sense. At the evaluation level, and this is where Doc said the fragmentation takes place, but we have to analyze before you evaluate, of course. We had to justify our decisions when we were doing our discussion. So we had to, as well, Simone, she had to prioritize which questions were most important to ask when she went around, just because she analyzed them and she went, did our evaluation. And then now, by virtue of the fact that we had to generate our original questions, we each synthesize. Okay, that is nice.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, and may I say something, please, Mrs. Ola? Okay. I hope you can see the amount, or the volume, I should say, of thinking
that at all the levels that went on during this little activity here. It's a lot of thinking that went on. Those persons who asked you questions in your group, those persons who asked the questions, they had to formulate the questions. Then the roving reporter needed to ask those questions to another group. And those persons who were listening to her or him had to assess those questions, understand them in order to respond properly to the question. Also, when the answer was given, the roving reporter came back to their original group to report what they found, answers they found to those questions. And those in their group now had to rise to a new level to assess if the answer to those questions were correct. So it's quite a bit of work that is done, quite a bit of cognitive work that was done in a relatively short time. It took us a little longer because of the modality we are using, but it's yeah. All right. Any comment, any question about this? And I hope that this activity will be beneficial to you in your class, as you see on the slide here. Yes, Blessing, I see your hand.
Yes, Miss, thank you very much. I love the activity. I love it because, like the roving reporters, when they came to our group and asked questions, we did not just jump up to answer the questions. We asked them to give us time to think. And with that, we were able to respond effectively. I love it.
That's right. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I hope you use. Please use. Mm-hmm. Okay, I see somebody in the chat saying I will definitely use that. Actually, you have no idea how powerful this is when you do it yourself. And before you do it yourself, you don't really know how powerful it is. And how much work your students do without you telling them what to do. You just tell them to ask questions about the content, and they come up with questions. And also, students who are, after they are done with all their questions, one more time, I give you a little scoop. You can just collect them. There goes your test. You can use them exactly as they are, or you can just tweak them. All right. Yes, Mrs. Lauder.
Okay, thank you so much, Doc. Thanks everyone for your responses. So, Doc,
yes,
it's now time for.
Okay. Yes, thank you.
So let me stop sharing.
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
Okay, I will just speak. What I have to say is not very long for now. I want to talk a little bit about the micro-teaching demonstration that was done yesterday. Of course, I got some responses in your journal, which I will allude to in a little while. But I want to make some points here, and you need to note that time is extremely important for micro-teaching to happen correctly, for each person to get his or her chance to do his or her part. Time is important. So at one point, your timekeeper will be teaching. So someone else in the group will have to keep the time. All right? I hope you've all right. Although what you teach must be true and valid information, it is your ability to use the structures correctly matters to us in this class. If you understand what I just said, well, if you don't understand what I just said, please indicate, and I will repeat. So John does not understand Kenisha and a few others. So I will repeat. Although what you teach, the subject or the topic that you chose to teach in your micro-teaching your micro-teaching lesson that you will have to teach, although that must be true information and valid information, we are not looking at your topic. We're not judging your topic. What we are judging is your ability to use the techniques, the strategies, and the structures. That is what our matter is in this class, not your topic. But don't teach something that is not true, because if it's not true, it shouldn't be taught. All right? So don't teach, for example, that what could I take as something that is not true? All right, let's leave that.
I think the one is in the parish of Manchester or St. Elizabeth.
Exactly. If that's not true, don't teach that, because we will call you out on that. But this is not what we are assessing. We are assessing your ability to use the structures, techniques, and the strategies. Are you doing the jigsaw correctly? That's what we are looking at. Are you using your random calling correctly? Are you using your 3-minute pause correctly? Okay, that's what we are interested in. If it is not clear, please raise your hand. If it is clear now, please lower your hand. All right, I see 3 hands. I will ask you to talk now because I need to know what you don't understand. Fiona. Okay, the hand is gone. Nicole.
Sorry, miss. My hand was on previous. I didn't know it.
Okay, Iris.
Yeah, hi, Doc. When we're doing the micro teaching, can our group members be the students or the entire class will be the students? That will be teaching. Okay.
You're going to teach your group, not the entire class. If we give you the entire class to teach, we will never finish the micro teaching. Okay? But what I'm asking now is if you understand what I just said. That is my question. What I just explained about what we are assessing. Do you understand that part?
No, no.
Okay, what is it that you don't understand? Because I need to be clear.
Alright, so let me try and reiterate. You're saying that when we're doing the micro teaching, we should ensure that we follow all the strategies that you have taught us thus far, the 3-minute pause, know when to use it. That is what you're saying?
When and how, yes, that's what we are assessing. The way you're using those things, that's it. All right. So look, you're welcome. So that is clear now. All right. Now, refrain from, you can note these things, write these things down. You see, I'm taking my time because I read in your journal, miss, you're going too fast, you don't have time to take notes and blah, blah, blah. You should put it on the slide and what. All right. Don't give all the instructions at the same time. That was a very short statement, and I hope you understand what it means. Don't give all the instructions at the same time. For example, students, we are going to do a jigsaw today. I am going to give you information, then you're going to read, and then you're going to separate in different groups, and then we're going to do this with, and then we're going to, don't do that, people.
give one instruction at a time. When the students are finished with one instruction, give them the next one so that they are clear on what to do at a time. Otherwise, you will have to repeat over and over and over because you have given too many instructions at once. If you don't understand what I just said, put up your hand. Simone does not understand what I just said.
Well, I actually wanted to ask a question, a clarifying question.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So what if the activity, it's a follow up, meaning if you just give one instruction, and wait to give the other one, it's gonna pose a problem in terms of the follow up. Can you like give two?
You can. What I'm giving you general is general information. You in your unique setting, you will know what to do. The principle here is not to overload the students with a lot of instructions that they will not remember. Okay, so that's what it is. Yes. So you can make that call. Gracian.
I understand, but I also have a follow-up question. Can I go ahead now?
Yes.
Right. So I noticed during your very, very good demonstration yesterday that you guys actually did the high-end breaks and so forth. So I'm assuming that perhaps you don't want us to teach for just one lesson or is that day. So that was the kind of conflict information because the fact that you had breaks and lunch and so forth in between would suggest that it is a lesson for a day. I think the concept. So I want to know if it's just one concept and we involve breaks in it, or are we just teaching, just a general, I hope we teach a particular lesson with 45 minutes or something to that effect.
Okay, you put the breaks in your lesson so that you don't forget to give students breaks. But this you just mention in passing because what you're doing is a micro teaching. So you don't have time for breaks. But you mention it. It's good that it's there. Because it's part of what we are teaching you. To give students a break sometimes. So put the slide there. Okay, it is a break. Okay, you don't take any time for the break, but you mention it and you move on. Do you understand, Christian?
So we plan to put it in, but it just stands and clarifying that it is
yes.
Just
right.
Thank you, Doc.
You have 20 minutes to do your micro teaching, Everybody has 20 minutes only to do their micro teaching. So you don't have time to wait for students' responses necessarily. Some of them you'll have to get some responses. But sometimes you won't have time to wait too long for people to put up their hand, people to do this and do that. What we are assessing is how you're using the strategy, the structure, or the technique. So move the class along because you just have 20 minutes. Just like you saw yesterday. Mrs. Lauder did not wait too long for a response. She moved on, right? So that's what you need to do as well. Okay? So let me tell you the other thing I have to say. So I spoke about instructions, not all at once. Okay. Especially if you go down the ladder of education, the more instructions you give little children, the less they will remember. So just remember.
Ow!
In 1 hour, all micro teaching should be completed in 1 hour. 1 hour and a few minutes. I think it's 25 minutes. 1 hour and 25 minutes. All right. So do not rush. Yesterday, Mrs. Lauder did not rush. I even saw it. That was, it should have been a little more exciting and what you said. Do not rush it. Take your time. Take your time, but make sure that you stay within the 20 minutes. Good? Okay? If you rush, you're going to make mistakes and just fall over yourself. There must be at least one strategy in your micro lesson. Yesterday, Mrs. Lauder had 1 or 2 or 3, I think. You're free to put as many just remember that it has to be carried out properly in terms of how you give the instructions and you get the responses. And you also need to remember that you have 20 minutes. All right. Any question? No more?
Yes, sir. Erica's hand is raised and my hand is as well.
Okay.
Go ahead, Erica. I'll go after you.
Yeah. Yes. I just want to be clear. The micro teaching will require us to do this in the group. So there's one document per group. And is it that each person does a segment, or do each of us will be doing a demonstration? That part I'm not clear about.
Each one? Okay, go ahead, finish up first.
And then if it's one document for the entire group, would we each upload a copy of that document to the portal?
Okay, each person has to develop his or her lesson plan. Okay, and make up your PowerPoint, whatever you need for your lesson. Each person has to do that. So if you want to teach about science or research, then because I know you're in research, if you want to teach about that, then you prepare your lesson plan, your own mini lesson for 20 minutes. Okay? We are not sharing lessons, no. So each time, when there is 5 minutes between each person who is teaching. So when a person is finished, then there is 5 minutes. So you have time now to upload your PowerPoint and get ready to begin. Okay? Is that clear? Or and then you will upload your lesson documentations on the portal, your own. Is that clear, Mrs. Robinson?
Understood, yes. Very good.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Renisi.
I just want to confirm and reiterate what you just said. So in our group of 5, we're going to each create our own mini lesson, and within that 20-minute span, we're going to teach an aspect of that lesson.
And within the 20 minutes, you will teach that lesson. And then the second micro teaching time, you will teach another lesson. Clear? Ready, is it?
No.
Not clear to you, dog. I know what you're trying to do. And it always happens. You're trying to understand how is everybody going to be finished.
I don't like mommy, but if you like him, I don't like mommy.
Leave that to us, okay? All you need to remember
She said if you want
is
to
that you have to develop a lesson that lasts 20 minutes. You are going to teach your lesson to
I mean,
your
say if you want
members.
to do that, make up your
Leave
Bible,
the
but
rest to us.
different.
So it's 2 lessons.
Would I eat it what me as I like?
So you have
And I think I'm a grab for. But if you look after it,
you
you
will
eat
get
it.
20 minutes to teach your lesson. Just
Like
like
me
Miss
say, what
Alba
I can make
yesterday
up
took
in my day, I
about
can't
20,
say
probably
me
20 minutes or so to teach her lesson.
And just like my son, someone put in that 1,003.
Another question then, so it's 20 minutes per person or 5 minutes per person in each?
20 minutes per person.
Oh, person. Okay, that's what was confusing. Okay, I got it.
I don't know where you got your idea from, when you see. Okay. Remember, there was a demonstration yesterday. She took 20
Me not say
minutes.
no, you know, me
This
glass
is
there, no.
the same thing with you.
Me not say, me not plan to go and say, me go buy 1 pound of bambi. Like, me not say, no, if you understand what I mean, like, me normally not gravitate towards bambi. But if you buy and, me know you look after it good, we eat it, but me and say.
But you listen to your teacher. If Simone, if you're the teacher, then your group members
And you
will
feel
listen to
me.
you and follow through. And this is what you say. You listen and you act like the students.
I
You
doesn't.
are
Remember
there
thing
for
raised.
your students.
Things raised,
But in
girl.
terms of the planning,
Listen, I don't listen to chapter 1 before you dance.
I would
Listen, say good news, you will get 26 in there. I cannot tell you, go.
Yes.
when I'm meeting with, is there a point where I have to be
The one that's
planning with the book at one point?
No, we never said that.
Okay.
You develop your own lesson plan. That's all we said from the beginning. So if you teach, okay, let me give you a picture of what is going to happen in your group then. If you teach science, Simone, you will teach something in the sciences. Good?
Yeah.
Who else is in your group?
Gracie and Stephen.
All right. So Gracian is if she teaches music, she will be teaching music in your group. All right. The other one is Kenisha.
Yes.
If Kenisha teaches, let's say PE, she will teach PE in your group. Sabrina, if Sabrina teaches, let's say home economics, that's what she's going to teach in your group. So each one of you develop your own lesson plan for 20 minutes. Okay? With your subject, whichever subject you choose. I know that some of you are not teachers, but you decide on what it is that you are going to teach. All right. Any other question? Is it clear? Because I want it to be clear. I don't want any of you to be confused. After the first one, we will hear you. We will hear what you are saying. All right.
I would like to make a statement.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Lord.
I just want to encourage you all to remain calm. Remain calm. And the reason why you will be allowed to conduct the micro teaching in your groups is because you're already familiar with those classmates of yours. So remain calm. Remain calm. All right? And
supportive.
Yes. So yesterday you noticed that the persons who were in my class, they responded, and they were on their feet, spontaneous. They responded, and I moved on. So remain calm, and as Doc says, group members, be supportive. All right?
Yes. Thank you, Mrs. Gordon. Yes.
I mean, Dr. Musa, that always remember that we are not here to catch you doing what is wrong.
That's right.
When it comes to evaluation, some people get very, very edgy. But we're here to support you and ensure that when this thing is over, you have the best command of the material that you can possibly have. So we are in it together. We're all committed for you to exceed, for you to succeed. You know. So if you look at it that way, then I don't think there's so much stress on you.
Okay. Yes, thank you so much for that. Thank you for that. I see 2 questions in the chat, and I was reminded yesterday in the journal, Miss, you don't look at the chat. Okay, so I'm looking at the chat, and I see each person has to prepare 2 lessons. The answer is yes. 2 mini lessons. Each person. It can be a follow-up from the first one that you taught, or it can be something completely different. It does not matter. Okay? Will the 2 lessons be the same day? No, they will not be the same day. Okay? One will be one day, and one will be the next day or another day. Okay? All right. Good. So let me see if I have anything else to say on that. Yeah, I did say you must put at least 1 strategy, 1 technique, and 1 structure in your lesson plan. Of course, we expect you to put more than 1 because it's a 20 minutes long class. So you put as many as you want, but don't put just structures in your lesson plan, or just strategies, or just techniques. It has to be a mixture, right? And each plan must have at least 1 strategy. All right. So.
May I just add to that, to Dr. Musa?
Yes.
Just to say, try to avoid just packing a lot of these things together without it being smooth and connected. You're teaching a class, so sometimes you get the impression that it is more that we selected these structures and strategies and pack them together, and then we try to find a way to let them fit but rather you're preparing a lesson. And so you're trying to find those structures and strategies that are most applicable within that setting and make them work. Rather than maybe, let me sure that I understand how to do jigsaw, that kind of thing. And it makes sense.
And that is so true. Thank you so much for bringing that up because that is so true. Thank you. All right, we can go to the next slide now. We're going to do our journal review, journal feedback, and since I'm the one to do it, I will just do it, and then let me deal with what is on that slide first before I do the journal feedback. As you can see, we mark you present in class. 1 second. We mark you present in class only if we see you actively engaged in class. Please be mindful of that. Okay. I think that's self-explanatory. All right. So you need to continue getting ready for the team building activity that you need to be ready for Friday. Okay? And also begin planning for your micro lesson. Decide already, okay, what am I going to teach? Am I going to teach music, math, what? Which topic? And start preparing your micro lesson so that next week you are not rushed to do it. All right. Now, I have an announcement here before I do the journal feedback. I have an announcement, and that is, please ensure that you write it down. And please use one of the structures, techniques, or strategies that you have learned this week, and be ready to share your experience on Monday. So use it at church, use it at at home, use it in your party, whatever. I don't know that you'll have time to party, but yeah. So you do that. All right. Okay. I want to go to the points of interest first. Mrs. Roder, you can go to the next slide, and then I'll go back to the journal review. If you have that slide. Yes. Okay. So let me deal with that first. So micro teaching will occur on Wednesday and Thursday after lunch. Okay? Next week, Wednesday will be the first micro teaching, and next week, Thursday, will be the last micro teaching. All right? Micro teaching is on practice. Okay? We're not looking to fail anybody and mark anybody doing micro teaching. We are just giving you an opportunity to try out those things that you have learned. All right? A coaching demonstration will be done, or I hope we remember to do a coaching demonstration for you so you can see what to do for coaching. All right? As students in the class yesterday, you noticed that Mrs. Lauder did not have the attention of Simone. Something may have happened to a device or whatever. Whatever happened, that's not what we're discussing here. We are saying that once you are in your group, please pay attention to the teacher, because it is you who may help the teacher go along. If she asks a question, answer the question and move along with the teacher so that he or she can do well, because you want the same attitude from your group members, from that teacher too, when he or she becomes your group member, your class, your student. All right, keep time. I told you about that. Keep time in your group. So rotate the timekeeper in your group and be fair to each member of your group. Do not cut anybody short. 20 minutes is 20 minutes. Once 20 minutes are over, Whether you're finished with your class or not, you need to stop. All right. There is 5 minutes between teachers so that the other one can get ready, put up a PowerPoint or his PowerPoint and, get ready. You have a 5 minutes between each teaching session. Okay, so you use your skills sheet at the end of your course outline to help you with the structures, strategies, techniques. They are all listed there. So please go there and use those that we have taught you. All right. Particularly last year, I noticed that a lot of students decided to just use whatever it is that they know about teaching during the micro teaching. So we were watching what they were doing, and they were doing some things that we never taught in class, and they're taking the time, the 20 minutes to actually make that work. And I'm like, what? So we taught you some things, use those things. Those are the things that you need to stick to. Don't put any other method or process in your micro teaching. Don't add anything. Use what we taught you. All right? Check off begins about 10 minutes or 15 minutes after micro teaching has ended. Okay? Micro teaching should end at the same time for everyone. All right? We will provide you with a schedule for check off. Check off is when you now are going to be individually speaking to us and explaining to us the processes, the techniques, and the strategies. Because of the size of this class, check off will extend beyond the time frame of this course. So we will prepare a schedule and we will follow the schedule, and you will be told about that later around. All right, so I'm going back to the journal review now. I'm going to do it right now. So please listen carefully. This is not going to be a long day, so just listen. All right, so what went well? Devotion. The fact that I asked you to turn on your cameras yesterday, some of you enjoyed that. We will see the faces and everything and all of that. Nice. Team building is important. We were excited to do the advertisement. All right, somebody said cooperative learning is king. Yeah, that's very interesting. All right, music. You enjoyed the music. Devotional exercise was extremely uplifting, somebody said.
Support, it truly is meant so much.
The fact that Bloom's taxonomy is integrated in everything, even within the faith and learning, integration, all of this is well integrated, somebody said. Our group was very supportive throughout the exercise. So I'm very happy about that. And if you want to succeed, you need to develop good synergy in your group. Whatever it is that is going on, put it aside and decide we are in this together. So we need to work together with good spirit, with a good spirit toward each other. So that is good. All right, the commercials, we enjoyed that about the e-learning that you read yesterday. Expert Jigsaw was memorable. Great example of micro-teaching. Kudos to Mrs. Lauder. All right, the people hunt is a high energy, personalized icebreaker. You didn't do it yourself, but you can feel the energy, right? Whoever wrote that. I can feel it too. Explanation of the 3-minute pause technique was useful. But some people really stayed with the story. The story was quite gripping. Okay, and keeping it kept at 3 minutes is important because students start to get fidgety beyond that window, and that is true. So if you keep the checking for 3 minutes only and move on with whatever they were doing, that's wonderful. Pastor Henry advises students not to be engaging in copying the inaccurate usage of the English language when spoken nor when it is written. And the example which he cited was the use of the phrase would have, which many students were using incorrectly. All right, it's not just students, it is all over the place. The most surprising idea that you learned, that was a very good thing to do. We enjoyed that. Peer checks exercise. Very good. People hunt activity. That could be using a face-to-face. Someone says, I must say, it's the first time I have heard about the 3-minute pause when watching a video. This is an important time to check on your students to make sure if they understand or if they need any clarity. I am in love with this 3-minute pause because it helps students who are slower to achieve success with their activities. And that is true. True. The different levels of questioning with Jesus healing the Sabbath on the Sabbath was so energizing. Some of us got clarity in using the taxonomy because some of us were using it wrong. All right, what could be improved? More time, teacher. We don't have enough time. You rush us too much. Yes, I hear your cry. Yeah, but I think the time is rushing us as well. All right.